Supposed to lot, yeah, it's supposed to start. Man, pull you up on my channel first and so what, boy. Yeah, it look like live. All right. Check this out. All right, so that live. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahweh, Washem Yahushai, Washem Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word now, sincerity and truth. The sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom. His brother Arawam from James Jamaica camp. Of the brother Yashaya, the brother Zach. And we just want, touch a few precepts upon having your mind stayed on the Lord, because really and truly that's the only way you're going to receive salvation, right? We're going to touch on a few things, but hopefully this is edifying, and we'll just get straight into it. Zach, now I start from verse 1 here.
Yeah, man.
Maybe they'll fight there 3. Go on.
All right. This is Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 1. It says, "In that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. Salvation will Yahweh appoint for walls and bulwarks. Open ye the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter in. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusted in thee."
Exactly. So we're gonna actually go from verse 1. So like I go through it now, we'll go through everything now.
All right, so read back from 1.
1, right.
All right, so Isaiah 26 verse 1. "In that day shall this song be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. Salvation
So
will..."
the thing about it is we basically the scripture tell you of a new song. What is that song? Even though it go down the precept go down and I give a few details, but ultimately what is that new song, It's gospel, right? Hey, continue the line acts like I've cut this early.
It says, "Salvation will Yahweh appoint for walls and bulwarks."
So that's it talk about what? Salvation, right? The good news, right? The glad tidings. Isn't that what the gospel is about? Repentance and salvation for Israel. Israel being safe, covered under Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, right? That are the song we out there sing on the highways and byways. That are the song we are sing when we do these lessons. Hey, even in your conduct. That are the song we are singing in your conduct, Why you don't eat pork? Why you don't shave your beard? Why you try walk as in the new man as best as possible? Why you do all of that? Because you try basically a show, it's like your conduct could probably be the music video, right? You go there and preach it, and then you also act upon it as to the best of your ability. As a matter of fact, as we said that about quick precept, it is James Salakia. James chapter 1, verse 22. It says, "But be ye hearers of the word, be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves." So that a part of you singing the song. The scriptures. Continue.
All right, so "Open he the gates, that the righteous nation which keepeth the truth may enter in. Thou will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusted in thee."
Exactly. So it tells us say him that will have what? Truth. Right? Does not the scripture say sanctify them through thy truth? That word is truth. So hey, and the key part is here say you rather keep him whose mind is stayed up is stayed on thee. Look at the word is stayed up.
Right. So the word stayed is from the Hebrew samak, and it means to lean, lay, rest, support, put, upon, lean upon, to lean or lay upon, rest upon, lean against, to support, hold, sustained. Also says to support or brace oneself.
Exactly. So he said the most we say thou will keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee. That means your mind supposed to supported by how Bashim Shai. You know, if you're in a jam, you support you pray. You know, we have prayer, fasting, we have the scriptures, right? And then ultimately the it come down to what the brotherhood, the camps, you know, your camp heads, your fellow brethren within the truth, within the ministry, you know, for give you that advice. Hey, when you call up a brother and say, oh, brothers, pray for me about Kwasha, that is your mind stayed upon the Most High. The other you are lean upon the Most High, even though you might go through a brother. You know, when you yourself show up a prayer, when you consider the scriptures in all your actions and your thoughts, that your mind stayed upon the Lord, right? And I have a quick precept about that as well. This is Joshua. Joshua 1 verse 8. It says, "This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." And they say, but you realize the point that says, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. Hey, that are you thinking upon the Most High 24/7. Meditation is a what? Being in a state of thought. You know, the Most High always upon your mind, right? And that's the thing. When I sing this new song, you know, you ever sing a song to the point where you feel it? You know, I listen to a song to the point of I say you're supposed to constantly feel the presence of the Most High, feel the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The more you actually do this truth, right? Yeah, at times I'll get weak, but I will say, that's why the Most High give your brothers, Have some
Yeah. Ecclesiasticus chapter 39 verse 1. But he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High, and is occupied in the meditation thereof, will seek out the wisdom of all the ancients, and be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, and where subtle parables are, he will be there also.
Exactly. Say, hey, your mind, hey, people think that are someone might think, say, when they say your mind always, you always are focused on the scriptures, you mean like you always are read. Is it me? Oh, yeah, it's good for read. Is it me? But you know, means you're like 24/7, 365. You have your Bible in your hand and read it, It also means that you try apply things them where I read.
It just means that you're living.
Yes, sir?
It just means that you're living.
God.
You're living the word. The same thing when you go back to conduct. Conduct. You conduct yourself in your daily life, meaning that you're living the scriptures, you're living, you know, only hear it, but you do it. You apply them to your life. You apply them whether in your household, whether when you're at work, you know, wisdom, using wisdom.
God.
Yeah, wisdom is not a part-time thing, it's a daily thing. All right.
Shalom, Aki on the comment board. All right. Now the comfort one another with these words.
Let me get one before
All right.
This is First Peter. First Peter 5 verse 7. Just straight to the point. It's a casting all your cares upon him, for he cared for you. Yeah.
Exactly. Another thing, sometimes we get in a jam, and we basically, the priest will remind me of the one in Matthew say, sufficient for the day is the evil thereof. You know, hey, focus. Yeah, good to look ahead, but focus on the challenges with the Lord give day by day, and deal with them accordingly, yo. Because you can't think about tomorrow for today. You know, for the example of our forefathers, imagine when them all go through Daniel in the lion, then if him they think about tomorrow for today, you know, give up you basically go against the Most High, yo. When you just know, say, look, I'm in a situation now, my thing is just I work with the Most High.
And
Yeah?
just to add the next one, when you look for example, you know, as you mentioned tomorrow, you know, not worrying about tomorrow. Or your mind is stayed upon the Lord is when anything we are about for you, yes, the Lord will. Then, because as a brother going to the word, stayed means to rest, to lean upon. Then, so that way, if your mind rests upon how Bashim or Shai, that means you know everything when you do, you got acknowledge him. That's why Scripture says in all their ways, acknowledge him and he shall direct your path. That's how your mind, that's an example of your mind being stayed upon the Heavenly Father. And if you continue that way, then you're on the road to deliverance. You see, at the end, you're going to get delivered, basically.
And you have peace.
You're going to have peace. Yeah, kind of as the scripture says, you're going to have peace. See?
Hey, and now we cut the act, but and even though we know in this life, you're not going to have you're not going to be easy, because you know you're in this shoot, especially if you're in this shoot. But even in the hell we are going through, you're kind of in our peaceful state. When you follow the scriptures, you don't care how bad you think one situation is or how bad you see something go, yo. Once you follow this precept, them I say, yo, like your flesh will tell you, say, no man, don't do this. I say, you know what? You know, the most I get a time we will win, I just stuff it out a little bit. When you look, you work out better, and you just have a freer mind in a sense, yo.
Mm-hmm.
You're more focused. It's like you have a clearer path.
May I have one?
Yeah.
Right?
It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 16. They that fear the Lord will seek that which is well pleasing unto him, and they that love him shall be filled with the law. They that fear the Lord will prepare their hearts and humble their souls in his sight, saying, we will fall into the hands of the Lord, and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy.
Exactly. That's the thing. Hoping in the Lord's mercy, yo.
Mm-hmm.
But as you said, the main part of the topic is that they have to what? You have to keep your mind stayed upon the Lord, yo. And everything.
Yeah, and as I said, it mean you apply.
Mm-hmm.
With most side,
A major part of the truth.
yeah, it mean being obedient. See? Or you, because if certain things arise, temptation, what come to your mind? What's supposed to be what you call, you know, the antivirus? The word of Yahweh. Is in that will be the antivirus. Your mind dip on him, your mind dip on the things that we say, if you keep you. You say your job for the precept, I don't know if you still are get it. In Thessalonians.
Yeah, may I have it?
Yeah.
Oh no, let me drop it. Sorry.
5.
4, may I have it? We actually dropped it by accident. So First Thessalonians chapter 4 and verse to the point.
Yeah.
Verse 18. Wherefore comfort one another with these words.
Yeah. Yeah. So the words are there as a comforter, and if everything you resort to that's how you use music for comfort in your affliction. You use party for comfort yourself in your affliction. Then who you use? You use Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. That is an example that your mind is really resting on Yahweh Bashim Yoshai. And when you're talking about stayed up and, and, and all of that, lean, rest, it means that you have faith in how you wash and you shy. That's what it really is, that you believe. That's what it really means to believe when your mind constantly depends on your wash and your shy. Or everything, every situation that arises, whether in your, or your body, people say, pray without ceasing. That your mind being stayed upon the most high.
Hey, where is that what I was at?
1 Thessalonians 4:18.
4:18.
Yeah.
Hold on. There. All right, you are going to jump up chapter 5. I'm going like 11. Or just I take time and go down tonight, isn't it?
5 verse 11.
Yeah.
All right. So 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 11. Wherefore comfort yourselves together, edify one another, even as also you do.
Exactly. So the thing about it is that we have to it show you to come together, yo. That are the hey. You see, to tell you the truth, with me personally, you see, if me feel like say yo, the flesh I win too hard, I'm have to go to the brothers, yo. Or even not even got to, but just go round the brothers. Even if I not said to them, say, oh, something bother me or something like that, when all of the reasoning and the spirituality I get discussed and everything, the most I just put something in one of them out, just say something, and it directed at me at them, they wouldn't even know, say, the most I use them to tell me something. And right there and then, you basically get some advice to do whatever you deal with. Sometimes it's more direct than that, you know, we go on this, you know, let it out of brother's feet, you know. You see me? If them tell you about your parts, you know, in the true spirit of meekness, him tell you and you get back on your feet if you're deserving of that. And if you tell us, say, brother, nobody to, you know, and bring you up same way, you know, lift up your spirit and give some encouragement, him get that as well. You see me? So the part hey, if you say oh, it's like it's a choir, you know. When you talk about the new song, you know, you tell us say it's 144,000 men I sing the song, you know. You see me? So you can't. It's not a solo thing. It's the part of singing as song. I have to sing with the group. You see me? So I have to come up choir practice and them thing there, you know.
Yeah. You mentioned about the new song and King David. You know, if you just type in new song, you know, singing to the Lord a new song. You know, King David was always singing. You know what I mean, to the Most High, or singing hymns. All right, singing righteous you know, songs. And when you look on it a while ago, you know, it's when they play the music, if you take the demon off a psalm, see, and we sing this spiritual song, or by even you know, bringing out precept and reasoning about the scriptures. And that's why when you reach a camp, then you can be exercised, a demon can be exercised off of you. Because that's what they come around that song of David, that song with you know, something like that.
Fun.
You know, something like that when they come around camp. The music that the new song that about Yahushua playing, that the new song, then bringing out these words, man, it exercise demons off of your trust. So you might come in heavy, you know, you might come in with a heavy spirit, and by the time you leave, you feel light. You know, we can testify to that because you know, out in the world, you know, by yourself out there, you're surrounded by being niggas. When you come around the camp, that's a different bargain. You come around a spiritual incubator. You know what I mean?
Watch.
You come get washed, and we can tell it when you leave. Then you leave different. You leave different from or you come a camp or you come a class. We have class 2 times during the week. Then after them 2 times during the week, we can tell you that 2 times when you show up and I go back home at 2 different. You know, you feel different. You feel more light. You know what I mean? You left a burden somewhere, man. You see? So that is the and that is all our mind as brothers is stayed upon the Most High. Then if we get together, they have assembled. Then and have these words coming out, Yahweh Hashem Yahshai coming out, man. As him say, yo, we're 2 or 3 again and mind them, they are mind the midst. So Yahusha is there as that we're like cleanser, as that that spiritual cleanser, man. See?
Yeah, and as I say, King David, remember, say, King David is a man of the most high heart. You can tell through the Psalms that King David mind was always stayed up on the Lord, yo. No matter what state him in.
Every state him in and sing. Him give praises all when him war. Him give praise to the Most High. When him in him joy, him give praise. You know what I mean? When him in him downtime, in call upon the Most High. In every way, because he's casting all your cares upon him, for you know that he cared for you. And David was an example and of that. How David just called upon the Most High. Every little thing. You know what I mean?
Are we supposed to be the house of David?
Yeah, exactly.
Continue, please, sir.
Back to First Thessalonians 5 and verse 12 now. And we beseech you, brethren, to know them which labor among you, and are over you in the Lord, and admonish you, and to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake, and be at peace among yourselves.
Exactly. So the thing about it is, hey, you have to know your compets. You see me? And you have to know each other as well. You see me? So them that labor among you, and also say also have peace among yourselves. Even as I said, the fellow worshippers in the truth, yo. Because hey, you have to remember, I said this is a body. I will say, yo, if you have a choir, you can't have bass sing, all you want to sing, alto want to sing, and then look everything is disorganized. Hey, we want harmony, yo. You can't get harmony without peace. You see, you need the bass to chip in when it's supposed to chip in. When I want alto drop in, when you want to drop in, it's supposed to drop in. When it can't off. Everything does fit in sync. And that's why we continue with our practice. A part of practicing even these words is actually if you see how we even deal with each other, yo.
Yep.
Yes, even when I deal with 2/3 out there, but also how you deal among brothers and how you exercise the precepts concerning brothers among you. Just add to that. Continue.
It says, verse 14, now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient toward all men. See that none render evil for evil unto any man, but ever follow that which is good.
Exactly. So that's the thing, isn't it? You have some brothers in all type of spirit. Some brothers, they might go off. Some brothers they might weak. You still try with every brother, yo. Isn't it? And they say, the key part is say, to be patient towards all men. Long suffering towards all men. So not because a brother then I'm downtime, cast him aside. They say still try. And because a brother might not get something, or a brother might, a weak state. I look upon him funny, no. You have to take your time and build. Basically, it's not about you. It's not me. It's about Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. The song is not about us. We just sing the song. We are singing praises unto Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So we have to learn how to deal with every situation. Until up.
Rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing, in everything give thanks, for this is the will of Yahweh in Yahushua Mashiach concerning you.
Exactly. You see, pray without ceasing, and give thanks in everything. Give thanks in everything. So when you're down, you give thanks. When you're up, you give thanks. Because guess what? There's nothing random, and in everything, literally everything, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai have something where my teacher you. The Lord always have something where my teach the elect. Right? But only way you can measure with it if you actually have your mind still for the Most High. Hey, when the Benjamite they stone David and them say, yo, go kill this man. David say, I support the Most High, just want this man to come perplex me. So I can pray to him and ask him for deliverance. Left him alone. If the Most High said him to curse me, then what me fi do? Right? If I somebody carnal, hey, even the carnal like Job them, him get brush. But when David I say, oh no, the Most High said him. You know?
Precept.
Go on.
This is James 5 verse 13. Is any among you afflicted? Let him pray. Is any merry? Let him sing psalms.
Exactly. And that's why the Psalms them also so helpful, yo. Hey, when we notice the Most High Psalms them, most High Psalms are about salvation, you know? But when I really think about it and read them, you see me, it tell about the history, it tell about the history, tell everything, but when I really meditate, ultimately, most of them are talk about salvation, you know? Most of the Psalms, when I read them are tell about salvation. And really and truly, I remember one time I used to read Psalms so often, your way. It's like, it has become a habit. And the amount of things you would have seen, like, I just read the Psalms and just a laugh, yo. Just a laugh. Everyone read me just a laugh. Just a laugh. Somebody would probably look for me and wonder what's so funny. Like they say, I can't the Bible in my read. It can't be the Bible in my read. Because the words are joyous, yo, and it basically lift your spirit. When I read the Psalms, just read a couple of the Psalms and just take your time and meditate on them, yo. And you really see the story I talk about. The Thessalonians I finish here.
Okay.
Yeah, I go to about verse 23.
Okay. All right. Verse 19. Quench not the spirit, despise not prophesying, prove all things, hold fast to that which is good. Abstain.
Exactly. So that are the thing. You have to hold fast to that which is good. You have to prove all things. So you know you sift everything through the scriptures. You see me? You fine tune everything as you know. You have the instrument. You have to fine tune it. You know you have to make sure so you filter everything properly. You know, hey, this happened well. What the scriptures about this? All right, go one side. All right, what the scriptures about that? Go one side. You know, and they say, oh, what the next verse?
Abstain from all appearance of evil, and the very power of peace sanctify you wholly. And I pray, Yahweh, your whole spirit and soul and body be preserved blameless unto the coming of our Lord Yahweh Mashiach.
Exactly, and that's the thing. We are trying. We are praying the most that we'll be found blameless. That's how the next thing will keep in the mindset for the most prevent you. It actually help you to be blameless. It prevent you from actually being evil. You know, the scripture says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. There's something that keep you. As far as going through the scriptures, when I really think about how about Shai, hey, we always give the example. When I really think about him as an actual father, you know, sometimes your father make you smile, sometimes he make you afraid. You know, sometimes I do something, I be like, yeah, man, that they now go move me for that, you know. You know, you know the scripture tells say, I mean, we know what is pleasing to the Lord, yo. Hey, not that we're perfect, but yo, when in our spirit and do certain things right, we know the most I pleased with the work. You know, as long as your conscience clean towards what you do, yo. Hey, man, like Samuel, you have them confidence there, yo. When Samuel said when before him say, yo, tell me who ask me ever take away, yo, who me ever thief from, who me ever offend, who for judgment me ever basically weird, the lack of a better term. You know? Him say, yo, what one half against me, like any man have not what me ever do him can contact. No. And that is why. Because him know him already stayed up on the most side, yo. Him know him already stayed up on the most side. Him know say yo, the best of him ability. Him follow you how about Shemi or Shy. So when before him pass him could have boldly said that. And that the level of confidence you and that them thing that help build faith. You know, hey, me there work today and yeah, I'm actually pray for something, yo. And when we pray for it, like part of like I have a spirit in my mind, I say, yo, you know, say something carnal that I pray for. Like it I try to say, like it like one spirit of doubt I try to say, yo what, you know I'll get it because I pray for something fool. I'm gonna say, oh no, exercise my faith and the most I gonna make me get it. 2 twos, it come true. Just like that. And that's the thing you have to constantly I would say you have to practice, you have to be practical with the scriptures, yo. You have to practice, you have to pray without ceasing. Some things where I say, yo, oh, I have to pray for something like that. There's no such thing as not when I need to pray, or something when I need to pray for you. No such thing.
Shall we give it to you?
I have one.
Go on.
This is Proverbs 3 verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
Exactly. Straight on the point, yo. Straight on to the point. And who else are gonna do that? Who else are gonna help you do that? Then the brothers were basically walking on the street today, yo.
And the precept in I think it's Philippians. It's a let your conversation become a gospel. You know, I love that precept because it's a let's say be absent. If your brother listen, we can get it. Listen, we can get it. Listen, we can put it up quickly.
While I at it back, when I get the precept for back what him just say. Philippians 4 verse 6. Be careful for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving let your requests be made known to Yahweh.
Go on.
Yeah. Philippians 1 and 27. It says, only let your conversation be as it becoming the gospel of Yahweh Shai, that whether I come and see you or as absent, I may hear of your affairs, that ye stand fast in one spirit with one mind, striving together for the faith of the gospel. Then, and if you know what I'm saying, so whether I come and see you, so whether I'm not see you presently, whether I'm absent, you still are the same man. You know, you're not pretend. You know what I mean? For example, if you for example in Jamaica and a brother come overseas, busy. The same man when you before the same man that you are before a brother even visit from a next camp. And the same man you're gonna be with him gone. That you have to feel that your mind set up on this thing and you actually have to be practical with this thing and you're actually serious. You know, that means it shows that you're actually serious about this thing and that you're not a man pleaser, that your mind is strictly to serve Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Then all I said him say, whether I be present or absent, basically, then you're the same man and you have a conversation, I mean conduct, way of life, basically. Your way of life, you're working for your salvation. You apply the precept for the benefit of you. And if it benefits you, then he have a benefit the brothers them when they're running. You know? So yeah, that's it.
Gone.
When see your screen going in and out?
Huh?
The screen buffer.
Yeah, sometimes. Well, may I hear him still? I hear him?
Yeah.
No.
Zach.
We see yours a buffer now.
Yeah, you're on the menace, Zach Freeze.
Yeah.
It's called that Satan.
Yeah, still but me see, yeah, it look like I just the devil work with them, yeah, man.
Yeah.
Come here, yeah, that's the screen them a freeze.
Yes,
When I hear that, good.
Good, I pray.
Hey, may I have one? This Revelation 14 verse 1. It says, I looked and lo, a lamb stood on Mount Zion. What should be Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 having their father's name written in their foreheads. So you see that? If the Most High written in your forehead, I think on literal writing, and white signifying them foreheads, yo, refer to the mind, right? And I heard the voice from heaven as a voice of many waters, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne, and before the beast and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. And that's the thing. It showed that if you are sing the song, you're one of the hopeful elect. You know that is a good sign. You know, so the key thing is you have to ensure that you fight the good fight. You know, the key. Hey, remember, ultimately, you know, you have to remember, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai, do this. Really and truly, Yahweh Bashem Yahshai in a agreement, you know. And they may have bargained with, or they may try appease in regards to salvation. So yeah, you have men around you, but really and truly, ultimately, we do to men or we do around men. Not really make a difference, really. How much you may shot? So at the end of the day, yo, hey, we even talked about this last week, yo. You and your little kingdom, which is a household.
Yeah.
How you manage yourself and how you manage your household have a lot to say about you, yo. And that, cause that time when brothers are there, you know. Is it that time when brothers are there? That when you are the most. So when you are going to work and when you are coming and when you are do this and when you are do that, all of that you managing yourself and managing your household. That are you conduct yourself a certain way. Now when you come, you can't do a whole heap of thing and then you come and camp here and be like, oh yes, this and that. Yeah, that's possible.
And you come and camp and preach about conduct. But guess what? When it comes to you having good conduct when you're absent from camp, it's a different story. You know what I mean? In add up. You know, it have to apply. Whether you're absent or you're present, you're brothers. Is it mean you can't come that go up to you not just hearing and not doing. And you just you're doing things to show. You know? That's you pretending when you're around men. Then if you're not pretending, then you apply the thing them when you're out there in the world, when you're alone out there in the fight, when you're alone out there in the struggles, man, when you're there, when you're on your way to work, when you reach work, when you come back home, as I say, your own household, your own family people around, how you manage them. Then plus yourself, plus your brothers, man, men of the Lord, men of the truth.
Hey, may I preach that?
Yeah.
So Matthew 25, I start at verse 10. There's and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. Yeah, that's next week I say, if I say, Lord, are we not miracles in thy name?
Yeah.
And they might do things, but guess what? Then conduct outside of all of that. Isn't it? Yeah, do all of that, but what about behind the scenes?
It's like you're behind the scene. You see, because you can't, for example, you can't tell a man say, I come on the road and you preach and you come across and you teach and you preach, say, you want to take care of the family, but you not take care of your family. See, you want them if you conduct themselves a particular way, but you not conduct yourself a particular way. You see, that's hypocritical, and Yahweh Hashem Yahushai don't require you being basically a part-time Israelite. It requires you being full-time, trying to be a man, trying to be a better man. to be a better man than the Lord. See, that's why I can't say one thing and then you do something different. Your action has to be something different. You understand what I mean? So you go back to evil, the people when you surround yourself with. You know what I mean? Everything we operate, it have a lot to do with we growing.
Everything connected, Ak.
Everything connected. It's all to do with you growing into a better man. Because that's what we come here for. We come here for go for change. We come in this truth for change. You know, come in this truth to be one way. See, me look for you, me see one nigga in the world. All of them look at think that if your mind really stayed and rest upon your how about your shy, then certain things you would consider. Certain things a man have to tell it twice. Right? Yeah, if God you tell it once, certain things a man have to tell it twice. You know what I mean? Certain things a man is supposed to in your neck back with. I tell you, yo, fix this. If your mind really stayed upon your bash and shy, you never do what you need for it, you will get it right. Man. See?
Where's when I have the support as well?
Where's when you have the support? So you know come in this thing for be one way. You can't want to get kingdom, one universe and planets for rule and then you behave that way that you behave that way. Your mind don't really depend what you bash me or shy say. You feel you know your mind don't really depend to reach to the level where you bash me or shy want you to reach. Keep us growing in knowledge and grace of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. You have to grow. So if you know how to grow, what have you happen? Your mind have to set pan the things that set pan growing, set pan studying, set pan, you know, developing as a man, you know.
Precept, yeah.
Yeah.
So Second Peter, verse chapter 1. Let's start at verse. Let's start at verse 4. It says, "Whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises, that by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust.
Mm-hmm.
And beside this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to your virtue knowledge, to your knowledge temperance, and your temperance patience, and to your patience godliness, and your godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren nor unfruitful in the knowledge of our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach."
Yeah. That's one.
You know, so that are the thing. And also, hey, funny enough, you see the decree where the apostle Tar put out.
We're looking for the Akinite. So like
Yeah, no, me not done it, bro.
oh, okay, so
You see me? The decree where apostle Tar put out, you know, the 3 videos a week. The ensure say, oh, the man end up on the highways and the byways, you know, I'm pro brothers to take this thing serious. Even you come into you know class in pro brothers to study, because if you do your videos, you have to study, you have to read. If you go out on the highways and byways, it means you are pushed towards the most side. So it helps you to keep your mind stayed upon your how Hashem Yahshai. And then when you really do all of that and keep it up to the best, and pray for the consistency and keep it up to the best ability, it trickle on all them things that we just read about in the book of Peter. So it say you're not gonna be unbarren or unfruitful in the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. Scripture says we shall know them by their fruits. So what kind of fruits you produce as a man of the Lord? If you say I'm a man of the Lord, what are the fruits? What are the results of your actions? What are the results of your conduct, yo? Because that hey, whatever predicament you currently in, you know, it's a result of your conduct, you know. And your conduct will show whether or not your mind stay on your how about Hashem Yahshai. So them things that doing going to the on the highways and byways, doing the videos, fasting and praying, you know, fellowshipping with the brothers, all them things that we help to keep you on that path.
thank you.
We'll continue precept. Verse 9 says, "But he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off, and had forgotten that he was purged from his old sins. Wherefore rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, he shall never fail.
Yep. Give diligence to what?
Give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
Yep. Give diligence to what, man? Give diligence to the thing that we get listed above. The virtue, the temperance, the godliness, brotherly kindness, patience. These are attributes. Then we're supposed to have and develop among and develop within ourselves. I develop about it. Then so if you do them, if you have all them attributes here, and these are it's like our levels. You work on because a grow all of them things are things where you take on to yourself as a grow. And if you are grow, eventually all of them little things that we get listed above, I think we are take on to yourself. If you are growing and grace to help us. Then and then thing that you give diligence to obtain, that you neither be barren nor unfruitful, that you shall not fail, to make your calling and election sure. Just look on the list: the temperance, virtue, brotherly kindness, patience, godliness, then and some other things. Then and you have to be where they call your mind have to really set. Then really think of one thing you have to actually think about even growing. When you find yourself a study, your mind depends on this thing when you live this thing, you're serious. You're not joker, man. The joker, them not do them. The jokers, them lack of physical. Them not want to do nothing. Then them not push no effort. Those are the jokers. Then the serious man, you can know a serious brother. You can know a serious mind brother. You see me? And I'm push towards these things. I push to grow. I push to build character. Then, yeah, and that's what we have to do. You know what I mean? We have to do them things.
Very continent, verse 11 says, for so an entrance shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord Hamashiach Yahushai. It's like a Lord and Savior Yahushai Mashiach. Wherefore I will not be negligent to put you always in remembrance of these things, though ye know them and be established in the present truth. So that is why it's good for always, as I see the apostle, them urge brothers, encourage brothers, keep focus, keep focus. I think brothers know say them supposed to keep focus. I think brothers know say them supposed to try push towards the mark. But guess what Peter say? If now God be let me read it again. Say, wherefore I will not be negligent to put you always in remembrance of these things, though ye know them and be established in the present truth. So even though you're there right now, I still have to tell you. I still have to tell you. And that's why good. I will say, one of the best things where Yahweh Hashem have blessed me with the brothers here. Our brothers them know that encouragement, the brothers them got it. With the summer off, the brothers them got it. About me too, brothers them got it. And to the spirit of Yahweh Hashem it is returned. It is returned. Because NID, you can't, it is not a one, this truth is not a one-way thing. You see me, we iron sharpened iron, we lean upon each other, yo. When me down, a brother build me up, when a brother down, we build up a brother. And it must necessarily be in the same brothers. Same brother will help you up, and the same brother you have to help back up. A brother help you up, and then you end up help up another brother. Right? There's a scripture on the comment board, James Truth Group, 1 Corinthians 9, verse 27. It says, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. For precept. But as we say, we keep as the scripture always tell you, in order for you to get this done, your mind have to constantly stay upon Yahweh Hashem, have to lean upon Yahweh Hashem.
Yeah. This is St. John 15, verse 1. I am the true vine. My Father is the husbandman. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, ye take it away, and every branch that beareth fruit, ye purge it, that it may bring forth more fruit. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. Abide in me, and I in you, as a branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine. No more can he, except ye abide in me. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit. For without me ye can do nothing. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch, and is withered, and men gather them, and cast them into the fire, and they are burnt.
Exactly. And also have a scripture where Yahweh shall curse the tree whenever bring forth any fruit, yo. And in a Peter, it just reads say so that you be not barren or unfruitful. So when Yahweh shall come and I'm gonna look upon the tree, I'm gonna look upon you and say, all right, why it works, what the results, and I'm gonna look upon your tree and realize no fruit no dead. What do you think him gonna do? They'll curse just like I'm curse the tree. So it's all about producing, yo. It's all about producing. Yes, some brothers have different measures of spirit, but whatever the most I give for work with, you work with it. Also go back to the parable of them with the talent, yo. Some one man get five, him care about five. One man care about what, three? You see me? One man just get it and care about none. So it no matter if you're not bringing as much as the next man, but just bringing as much as what the Lord work with what the Lord give. You know, from what I kind of think about this saying with them having at the world, yo. Them say, oh, it's not the hand that you're dealt, but it's how you play with the cards. And really and truly, the situations about the most I put in, you say, oh, me should have this or me should have that. No. Stop focus on where you don't have and focus on where you have and see how best you can work with that which is already given. Speaking to myself first and foremost. You know, whatever is presented, work with the best with what you have and try growth. So if you have one, use the one and you get the next one. Right? I mean, look, you might have two, then you use the two and then you continue to do it. After a while, when you're consistent, you will see the fruit. Right? And next you might team have 10. You might use him 10 and you might get the same way. But at the end of the day, that shouldn't matter you because guess what? The most I give you what is convenient for you. So hey, you always try this guy was saying them say when him come and find faith. Yeah, it's part of showing faith, yo. Have to be faithful. You have to work towards the Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, but in order to work towards the Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, you have to think about the Yahweh Hashem Yahshai. You have to create an environment where Yahweh Hashem Yahshai is always present.
Yeah.
As you say, you tailor the environment. You have to see, hey, even might slightly off topic from what they may think about even getting a work next year. We can't get video whenever I'm ready for the lessons, I have to think of a setup shop. Let's go in front of the let's go in front of my desk, get to work. That's what me I think about right now. You know, we have a couple of precepts where I'm like my go-to precepts them. See me can get some sticky notes and put them where every morning I wake up and when I first thing then that me sick. You know, hey, them I was saying say out of sight, out of mind. I guess what? If as you say, kill our environment. You know, that keep us in my mind state on how about you shot.
It's a fight and every little thing where can help you use it, you know?
God.
Everything, every little thing where you have can use for benefit yourself. You use it, you know, whether the incense, whether you burn incense or you're sticking note. If you have your preset, them, you know, something to remind that thing while, you know, whatever I take, you have your 19 oil, you can 9 yourself. Prayer, remember 9 yourself. Whatever I take, whatever little thing, we can assist you. You know what I mean? You know that walk, you have to make you better. We're happy to do it, you know what I mean? You know,
Hey, babe, I don't know if you have nothing else. Is that okay now?
No, that was it.
Well, I think the point has been made, if nobody else have nothing to say. Right? So, without want to say all praises to Yahweh, Wash, Yahushai, Washem Rakak, Dash, the honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the brothers on the highways and byways pushing this word north, sincerity and truth, the sisters, the believers, the helps. Shalom.
Shalom.